Yo, what's good? We are back, and today I'm bringing you guys my official Blake Griffin build in NBA 2K25. This is a 6'9" power forward build with insane finishing stats. But you're going to see from the build, we still get shooting, playmaking, and pretty good defense on this build. I've been having a ton of fun on these inside finishing builds. The way interior defense is this year, it makes it very easy to abuse anything in the paint. I think you guys are going to enjoy this build. Before we get started, drop a like, drop a sub, turn the notifications on. And without further ado, let's get right into this build. Getting right into the builder here, as you guys know, if you know anything about Blake Griffin, we are going to go with power forward, height 6'9", 219 pounds with a 7'5" wingspan. And as you can see on the right, for the potentials, we do get the potential of a 99 driving dunk on this build. That is something we're going to end up unlocking. I found a way to get the 99 driving dunk on this build, along with shooting, and still making the build very well-rounded. Trust me, you're going to want to watch this one all the way through, see how I do it. And I'm also going to explain where I'm putting my cap breakers, my max plus ones, everything like that. That's going to do it for the physicals though. Let's start with the finishing. As you can see, I was not lying. These finishing stats are super high. We had to make sure we were matching Blake Griffin from real life, and he was part of Lob City if you didn't know. This dude threw down constant alley-oops, constant dunks. Honestly, one of the best dunkers ever, and has been a part of some of the most iconic dunks of all time. Getting into these stats though, we do end up getting a 74 close shot, 76 driving layup, 94 driving dunk, which I'll talk more about in a second, 81 standing dunk, and a 50 post control. Before I get into some of the badges we get on this build, the 94 driving dunk will be 99. I'm just about to hit starter 3, where I unlock my first set of 5 cap breakers, and I'm definitely putting that to 99. So as a base build, you are getting a ton of different contact dunk animations, as well as gold posterizer. But with those cap breakers, we will get legend posterizer and legend aerial wizard, and every single contact and dunk animation in the entire game. Being 6'9" with a max wingspan, anybody smaller than you, you are dunking on them every time. And even if they're bigger than you, you will dunk on them most of the time, as long as they don't have an insanely high interior. Like I said in the intro, paint defense is kind of iffy this year. I'm definitely going to be abusing it on this build. As far as the close shot, that's going to get us bronze float game and bronze paint prodigy. It's just going to help us make more standing shots next to the basket. And then the driving layup will get us bronze physical finisher and also get us bronze layup mix master. I've said it in a lot of my other videos, if you don't have real player percentage layups on yet, make sure you're putting those on. You make way more. And not stopping there, we also get the 81 standing dunk, which will get us silver rise up. I really like rise up this year. It increases the amount of dunks you get standing under the rim. The badge says it makes it easier, but the consistency of dunks definitely goes up. I have builds without it, and I have builds with it on Hall of Fame, and the difference is very, very clear. Post control, not going to help with much, honestly, but it does associate with the unpluckable badge on bronze. But that ends up coming from our playmaking anyways. As you can see, we're going to be able to dribble a little bit on this build. You guys will see in a minute. But if you want a build that can dunk every time in the paint and also still spread the floor with its shooting, this might be the build for you. Let's look at this shooting. As you can see, I was not lying about this either. We do end up getting an 83 mid-range and a 77-3 on this build. Again, if you didn't know, Blake Griffin was a 33% career three-point shooter. So I think this 77 rating is fair, and he was knocking down mid-ranges pretty consistently, so the 83 is going to be really good for him. On this build, we are going to get bronze Deadeye, silver set shot specialist, and bronze shifty shooter. 2K just did some tests on shifty shooter, and it's honestly probably the best shooting badge in the entire game. So even having it on bronze is going to make us make way more shots on this build. Not to mention, getting that 83 will unlock a ton of different jump shot base animations. And since we're 6'9" instead of 6'10", we still stay in the range for a lot of the really good jump shots. I don't know the exact rating it requires, but I'm using Jarrett Culver on all my other 6'5" to 6'9" builds. So if I can get that on here, I'm definitely still going to use it. I haven't checked yet, haven't really labbed it up too much, but I'm not worried. 77 and 83 is still enough. No matter what, I'm going to find a jump shot that's good, and I'm going to be knocking down shots consistently while having the 99 driving dunk with legend posterizer. And to help out even more with the shooting, we have an extremely catfish name on this build. Trust me, people are going to leave you wide open. Finishing it out, just have that 59 free throw. It just ended up coming up with the other stuff we upgraded. Nothing crazy there, but it will help you knock down free throws here and there. Don't expect to be making all of them, but it will get the job done every once in a while. Throw on Michael Jordan free throw. It'll help you knock down a few more. And just learn your timing. You'll be all right. All right, so far you've seen we get the 99 driving dunk. We can shoot. This 6'9" build can also dribble. So let's take a look at the playmaking. All right, into the playmaking, we do end up getting a 65 pass accuracy, 70 ball handle, and 70 speed with ball. If you didn't know, 70 is a good threshold to hit. That is where you unlock the pro dribble moves. These are also what I'm using on my lockdown that I speed boost on. Dribbling's a little bit weird this year, but having this 70 and getting those pro animations, you can move a little bit. You get some good speed boosts, you get some good behind the backs, but mainly it's just going to help you get to the rim and dunk on people. The 65 pass accuracy will give us bronze break starter, bronze dimer. I've either been going 65 or 71 on almost all my builds. There's definitely a few where I've gone higher, but these are the sweet spots. It's not too expensive and you still throw pretty good passes. Just make sure you're not throwing dumb passes and you'll be all right. 70 ball handle, like I said earlier when we were talking about finishing, is where this bronze unpluckable is going to kick in, but it's also going to get a silver strong handle. Kind of like my Giannis build, throwing people off, driving through people. Really just a big bully kind of guard. And we do end up getting bronze lightning launch with the 70 speed with ball also. This is an area I might throw my max +1 on to get that to silver, just so we're speed boosting a little bit faster on this tall build. Either way, gonna be all right. Just want to get to the rim, dunk on people, and they're gonna leave us open with the name we have. So after we knock down a few shots, we do have the ball handle and speed with ball to blow by them. You really don't see a ton of these type of builds, so I'm super excited to get used to this. Doesn't stop here though, let's check out the defense. And into the defense here, we do end up getting a 74 interior, 71 perimeter defense, 73 steal, and a 78 block. I'd say this is very average across the board, but I have said it in a couple of my past videos too. All our builds just get more stops, they get more animations. The ratings, even though they're lower, seem higher when you're in game. Obviously, don't expect to stop post scores every time on this build or anything like that, but you will get stops. This is definitely more of a fun type of build, not as much like a super comp build. If you're trying to go win every game in the stage, this probably isn't the one for you, but if you're trying to have a lot of fun, then this is definitely a good option. We are going to end up getting badges like bronze paint patroller, silver off-ball pest, bronze post lockdown. You are going to be able to get stops. Bronze challenger so we can get contests on the perimeter. Bronze movement enforcer so we can bump the ball handler. Bronze glove, which doesn't do all that much this year. A lot of it's just bump steals, but we do get silver interceptor with the steal rating, so you're going to be picking a lot of that stuff out of the air. Silver interceptor feels like Hall of Fame from last year, if we're being honest. You're getting a ton of steals with silver. And then the block rating is going to get us silver high flying denier and silver pogo stick. So with some of these lower rated badges and our ratings, along with our height and wingspan, we will be able to get stops on centers. And once you see the rebound rating, you will know I can use this build as a big in the park if I wanted to. Again, not super comp, but if you're trying to casually play, have some fun, it'll get the job done. You got the stats, you got the badges for it. A key piece to running big man in the park though is having some rebounds, so let's look at that now. This is another thing I've talked about in a lot of my videos if you've seen anything about it. 85 offensive rebound is a very good rating this year. Every other year you needed a higher rating to be able to get silver rebound chaser and gold box out beast. But 85 gets us that this year, as well as helps towards our silver pogo stick. And on all my other builds with this rating, I also use my max +1 to get rebound chaser to gold. Having that at gold feels like a huge difference. I don't know what the actual difference, the actual percentage change is, but it feels a lot better. So if you're one of those people that grinds out the max +1s, make sure you're putting that on rebound chaser. It makes a difference. Again, if you didn't know already, offensive rebound is cheaper in the builder to upgrade the defensive rebound, so I made sure to upgrade that to 85 instead of the defensive. It still gets us the badges. And having the badges on offense is more important because you'll be in position to get the rebound a lot of the time on defense. I don't know, not going to go too much into it. If you know, you know. Trust me, copy these down. And then let's get on to the physicals. And then finally into the physicals, as you see, we get 80 speed, 80 agility, 83 strength, and 85 vertical. Very solid all the way across the board. I'm not going to go through and rename all the badges this helps with, but 80 speed and 80 agility is going to help us move very fast on the 6'9". 83 strength, we are not trying to get thrown around, and we also want to have those strong handles and physical finisher badges. And then 85 vertical, I wanted to make sure I could have this as high as possible because when I get that 99 driving dunk, I don't want to be excluded from any dunk animations. I want to be able to get every single one in the entire game. And the higher it is, the more often we're going to get those animations. And since our rebound's a little bit lower at 85, it is also going to help us grab those more often. I love vertical this year. I say it every year, not going to get into it, but it's an amazing attribute. Now into my favorite part of this entire build, this crazy catfish name. Let's check it out. We end up getting the build name Rim Rocker. This is an amazing name. I love this build name this year. People are going to sit paint, but they don't know we can shoot. I think it's a great build name for Blake Griffin. That's going to wrap it up though. Drop a like, drop a sub on your way out. I appreciate you watching all the way to the end, and I will catch you in the next one.